Hello, my name is Pedro and I'm going to take you through the Able Assess app today. First of all, you need to make sure you've got a grippable device with you, the bag that it came in, a tape measure, and a mobile device. It's optimized for iPhone and Android phones, but it will work on tablets too. So step one is to download the app if you haven't already. So navigate through to the Play Store or the App Store and simply type in Able Assess. And then you can click Install, download the app, and it's lightweight, so it doesn't take long. Open the app, and we are ready to create a provider account. So we just need to select an email that we're happy to use here. And then you want to be clicking on Create New Account. So just check that. Make sure you don't click Sign In. It's Create New Account. And then you go Continue. And you will receive in your email a one-time passcode. And it's a 6-digit PIN. I copy that and I can just paste that in to get access. Now we are going to continue as a provider today. It means that we can have unlimited profiles. We just need to put in the name that we want to have associated with this account. And the company. And job title is optional. We need to allow Bluetooth. Make sure Bluetooth is connected. Go to settings if not. Click next. Make sure that the device is on. The blue light will signal it is ready to connect. It's pulsing. So just make sure you squeeze and hold. And now we have the ability to connect directly. You click on that button and it's now connected with a solid blue light. So the setup is complete. Now we need to calibrate. So we literally put the device on a flat surface and we click Calibrate. So we place the GripAble upright and unlocked on a flat surface and then press Next. So that's calibrated successfully. We now move on and we squeeze, hold the bar in, press the button on the top, and then place that flat in locked mode. We click Next, and then that is now complete. I'm just going to put it into unlocked mode again because all the assessments actually can run in unlocked mode where this is flexible. We return home and we are ready to go. Now we have two options. We can either do a quick test, which is literally where you put in the demographic data every time, or you can create the profiles. I'm going to create a new profile. I go to Users, I click Add User, and we need to select a name. So I'm going to do an elderly lady. And here it is. We choose an email that's appropriate for them. And there I've got that. We put the date of birth. We put the height, if we know it, to the nearest centimeters, and we select the dominant hand. And then we also select the sex given at birth. And now we see the new user we've created. The profile is here in the list, and we can literally select that individual and it launches into the assessments. Hello, we're going to be doing 4 assessments today. We're going to start off by doing a single maximum grip strength. So it's measuring how hard you can squeeze, okay? So I'd like you to take this device, and if you put the wrist lanyard around your right wrist, so it's your dominant hand first. I'm just going to load up the profile that we created for you before, and we're going to select one trial per hand, and we're going to do both your hands. And if you can please just practice squeezing once just to get familiar with it. There you go, and relax. And now if you can hold the elbow at 90 degrees, so if you pull your elbow back into your side there, lower your hand slightly, keep the device upright, the GripAble upright there, your feet are flat on the floor, and then that is the correct position now. You see there's an image here that shows you. And then I'm going to guide you through the exact instructions. So if you listen to what I say, gently apply force. Now squeeze as hard as you can. Harder, harder, stop. Perfect. And now what we're going to do is take the device and move it to your left hand. Great. Yeah, you can just lower that in your hand just a very slight bit. Just drop it down a tiny bit. That's it. Perfect. Okay. And we're now going to test the left hand. If you gently apply force and squeeze as hard as you can, harder, harder, stop. Okay. And again, keeping it nice and 90 degrees when you're doing that. Great. And then what we do, we see a report of what you achieved. And here you see where you fall on a distribution compared on your biological sex and your age. So this is within the healthy normal range. Your right hand looks a little on the weak side. You might want to consider speaking to your therapist or organizing some extra strengthening sessions potentially. But thank you. So that's the first assessment done. Okay. This is a test called the chair stand test. And we're going to be standing up and down. And I just want to show you, as we go through this, we see what we need. So we need the GripAble device, we're going to need a bag, and we're going to need the chair, which we've already got. Perfect. So this is where we need to strap this around your waist. So we're going to place the chair, make sure there's a clear walkway. So here's the instructions. Then we make sure the GripAble is on, which it is already. You can see the blue light, it's on. Then we're going to place this GripAble into the pocket of the bag, okay? So I need to make sure that I unzip the top here, and I just pop the GripAble in, very easy. There we go. And then we're going to strap this around your waist. So if you don't mind just standing up, and I'm going to strap this. If you can strap that, so if you hold that and just strap it around your waist. That's it here? No. That's it. Oh, that's perfect, right? And if you now, can you rotate that so it's at the back? So we need to position on the lower back, yeah. So you just rotate it round. That's perfect positioning. Great. We're ready to go. So if you take a seat. So I'm just going to guide you through the instructions now so you get familiar with what's going to happen. So we're going to explain the chair stand test. You start sitting, and then I'm going to press start. When you hear a beep, so you're going to be listening out for a loud beep. When you hear that, you stand up. And then you sit back down. And you're going to repeat that as many times as you can in 30 seconds. So do the best you can, see how you go. And then you're going to hear 2 beeps to say the test is finished. So that's the order. And I'll tell you when to go. Remember, you're going to hear a beep, and that's when you start standing and sitting. And you do as many times, yeah? Okay, are you ready? Perfect. Get a countdown. And there you go. Did you hear that? There was 2 beeps there. So you achieved 12 reps then, and you're in a good healthy range there. We're now going to do a 4-meter gait speed test. Again, what we get here is a list of what we need. GripAble, bum bag, tape measure. Okay, so I've got the tape measure here. I've got them ready. We need to find a clear walkway. Oh, we have got one here. I'm going to measure out 6 meters or 20 feet, okay? So I'm just going to pop my phone there. I'm just going to measure this out. So that's exactly 6 meters from the edge of the chair. So making sure the GripAble is on, which it is. It's in your bag already, placed in the bag. We fastened it, positioned in the lower back. We're ready to start the test. Now, this is what we're doing. We start standing, and then we press ready on the screen. As soon as you hear the beep, you can start walking. You walk to the end at a comfortable pace. So you're not rushing, and you can use a walking aid if you need. Once you pass the end of the walkway, to that doorway, then you are finished. When finished, I was press the test complete. So that's simply it. We're just going to stand. So we're going to start standing. Okay. When you hear the beep, well done. Okay, we're on the 4th assessment. Timed up and go, this is called. So again, we check we've got everything. You've still got the GripAble device, etc. We've cleared a walkway. We've measured, this is going to be walking up to 3 meters or 10 feet and coming back. We're making sure the GripAble is on, it's in the bag. You fasten the bag and again, position in the back. So we are now ready for this test. We're going to explain how this works. So you sit back in the chair and I will press ready when you're ready to go. When you hear the beep, you stand up and then you walk up to the end of this tape where the black tape is on the floor at a comfortable pace, and then you walk back. And you can use a walking aid again if needed. Then you sit back down with your bottom right into the back of the chair. Very important, you push right back. And when we're finished, I'll press test complete. So here's just the list of instructions again. When you hear the beep, you stand up, walk around the black mark there in the middle and back to your seat. Perfect. Okay, we are going to undertake a full screening test. So that's 4 assessments in one go. So we're going to start off with a single maximum grip. You can hold that in your right hand and just place this lanyard around your wrist. And hold it centrally. So again, to make sure it's central, lower it down a tiny bit. There you go. That's perfect. Yep. Elbow at 90 degrees. So we have the position here. So you've got your wrist down a little bit, elbow back. That's it. Perfect. Okay. So just follow my guidance as you go now. Gently apply force. Now squeeze as hard as you can. Harder, harder, and stop. Perfect. Now you can relax and let that go. Okay, we're moving on to the next assessment now, which is gait speed, and we're going to be guiding you through that. So we need to now place this into your bag. If you can stand up, you're going to move that bag around to the front just for a sec, just so we can pop, and if you can place that in the middle there, and then if you can position it on the back, your lower back, so slide the bag around. Okay, so as soon as you hear the beep, you're going to walk to the end of that line there. Perfect. We're now going to do the timed up and go. So if you take a seat, okay, so for this assessment, you're going to hear the beep.
walk up to the end, turn around and come straight back, turn around and sit down. Perfect. We're going to do the chair stand test, the final assessment now, where you just stand up and down as many times as you can in 30 seconds. Okay? And skip the setup. Now you've already done this. So as soon as you hear the beep, you stand up and down as many times as you can. As soon as you hear 2 beeps, you stop. Okay. There you go. Well done. And we've now completed all 4 assessments. That's fantastic. So you've actually achieved a good range in all of them, except for the grip strength, just a little low compared to your peers on that.
I'd like to show you the top right. If you press on that little GripAble icon, you'll see that there's the battery there. It tells you if it's paired with the device, and we can turn it off by just toggling here. So that is now off, and now I can squeeze and hold the device, and it's back on again. And then I'm going to go through the settings menu. So there's measurement units, kilograms and pounds. We can recalibrate at any time if we'd like to. If it needs to, it will tell us. Device instructions. This is where you can select on any location here with the blue buttons, and you'll get a little bit of information about the device, such as having the wrist lanyard. You can explore that. The firmware section, where if you do need to do the firmware, you need to plug the device in and just follow the instructions. Very easy. Bluetooth, we can connect and disconnect here with multiple devices if you have more than one. There's a contact us section. Feel free to reach out at any time if you need any support. You can also submit data if you ever have an issue. Please do just click that submit diagnostics data. That really helps our software team. We have FAQs on the website, privacy policy, we have regulatory section, terms and conditions, and then we can also look at our account and we can view it here. We can delete the account there if we want to. We can sign out of the account as well here. And we encourage you to stay signed in and just close the app down like this. You can swipe up on the app, close the app, but this is nice because if you reload the app, use your biometrics data, very secure, or your PIN code, and you log back in like that. Logging in and out, you're just launching the app each time. Very simple. And that is really it. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope that you enjoy using the GripAble. Thank you.